So it doesn't matter how much money he tries to offer you. You're not going back to him.
No.
How much does Chuck Liddell make in his last fight? Now he's sort of the face
Probably
of it.
about $1.5 million.
$1.5 million.
Yeah, and then they make about
$100 million or something.
No, they'll make about $45 million for the fight.
Jeez.
That's a lot of.
And so, how much do you think is fair for you as a fighter?
So he doesn't even get
30.3%.
He doesn't even get 10%.
He doesn't even get 5%.
Right.
I mean, you guys. I mean. And it's hard.
And people don't even know the opponent.
So many fans go, "Oh my God, you're making $1 million for a fight." It's not about that. It's the time.
It's what the business generates.
It's
got
what
a small
the
window.
And I want a big chunk percentage because, as you see, Chuck Liddell, at being almost 40 years old, his road's done.
Yeah. Which is why, like, the last UFC card...
It was horrible.
Was horrific.
Yeah, you watch
the last
Anderson Silva as a champion. I mean, when I was a champion, I defended my world title 6 consecutive times, longer than any person in light heavyweight, welterweight, any weight class has ever defended his world title. And I did that by going out and trying to dominate. You got to go out and try to finish a guy. I mean, the fans don't want to sit there and watch a dance or a slap around of like, okay, here, we're going to score by points. No, they want to see someone get finished. And that's what I always brung. And Silva was kind of a little loose of doing that. And I was kind of bummed because a lot of fans, I think, really got subjected to something that should have been a lot better that wasn't that great.
Did she bring home other chicks to you? For you? You get to participate in that?
That's
a yes. That's a yes.
That's a hesitation.
Yes. That's a yes, man.
There's
I'm
some
a lucky
sort of...
dude. I'm a very lucky dude.
That's a yes.
I know. It's not a yes.
Has she brought home more than one?
I got a beautiful woman who respects me and I respect her. And respect each other.
You can tell me during the break.
You go to, like, do you guys just show up at clubs and just start banging?
No. Yeah. I mean, not all the time, but...
But, like, you're out at a club or something, you guys get all turned on, you just go to the bathroom in a club, or no? Not like that. Like
in Vegas, yes.
In Vegas,
anywhere
yes, right?
else, no.
Like a Tao or something, you'll just...
Oh, in Vegas, I could get away with anything I want in Vegas.
It's like a VIP
Vegas,
room.
whatever you want.
He's the king
goes.
of Ashburn. You're the king of Vegas.
Yeah, right.
Anything
No,
goes.
Literally, no. I mean, I go to Vegas, know people. I love everyone. You know, at Planet Hollywood, the
I want
Hard
to hang
Rock.
with you one night, man.
You don't think I can go in the Bonefish and Ashburn?
There's nothing like Vegas, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, there's nothing like Vegas. I mean, you go to any club.
Well, you're talking to guys who go out to clubs like 10 guys deep.
They don't
Speak for yourself.
I know, you're in a different level. 10 guys deep. No chicks.
Where's all the chicks?
They just laugh at us. How would you start? Would you start with jiu-jitsu?
I would never change anything that I got into. Believe me.
But how would you advise your son? What's that?
Wrestling.
You
want to learn how to be the toughest man in the world? If you can make it through 4 years of high school wrestling, you're going to learn sacrifice. You're going to learn desire. You're going to learn so much of...
pain.
Well, I mean, pain, of course. I mean, you just learn a lot of sacrifice, man. Sacrifice is the biggest thing. Sacrifice and dedication. The dedication that wrestlers have, there's no one in the world that will compete.
I have so much respect for him.
Yeah.
So you go wrestling and then the stand-up.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and then stand-up. You know, I want to inspire any kids under the age of 19, 20 to spar with each other with gloves and headgear. And, you know, why do you want to be stupid for, man? I mean, you get punched in the face and all of a sudden you start talking like Chuck Liddell.
How will you know when it's time to go? Like Chuck, to me, what's amazing is
36 years old.
That's what you think? Because 2.5 years ago, Chuck was on top of his game, and then now I almost feel bad for him.
I hope. 36, 37. If the money gets even better, maybe even 38, and I think a lot of my fans would love to watch me still compete. But, I mean, right now, I just went through back surgery 6.5 months ago. I mean, I've been kind of sucking it up for the last 6 years and competing against, Rashad Evans, Liddell, Couture. Now that I'm going to be 100%, I feel sorry for some of these light heavyweights, man. I'm going to rip them apart.
But if you're not in UFC, you won't be able to fight Rashad, who is the current champion, who you have a draw against.
That's who he's going to fight.
Bob Who, exactly. But hopefully when I make the next step over to possibly CBS or Showtime on free television, a lot of these fighters will go,
right.
Well, why is Tito going over there? Why is Tito getting paid that much more money now? Why is Tito getting that big percentage of the whole company now? And what about me? And hopefully they'll take the advice and they'll listen to me and they'll step up and they'll make the transfer over and come over and fight with me at Strikeforce or even possibly the Ultimate Warrior.
Have you talked to some guys? You have some guys like that
I try to talk to them. You got to understand, as a businessman, I try to talk to them. But when you got such a huge company as the UFC is, you got small guys who are trying to step up. Here's what Dana does. All right, cool. You want to speak out?
Done.
You guys are done.
Right.
They'll
puts his foot down on him, crushes him.
No, he told me that he goes, you ain't going to be anything after you leave me.
Right.
You're going to be doing backyard fights and what? Buddy, I'm here, loud, proud of myself because I stepped up against a billion-dollar company and I spoke my mind and I stood up for what I believe in. And like I say, I have the greatest fans alive in the world that support me no matter where I go.